Hello and welcome to today's Noob Tip of the Day. How to recover from poisoning your citizens from polluted water. I was working on building this reflection pool for my county government center during one of the streams when I poked my head out of the sand to see this horror show. A bunch of death and polluted drinking water icons. I immediately paused the game and disabled autosave. If you're not familiar with the array of icons in City Skylines, click on a building that displays the icon, hit R3 on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, whatever button it is for you, and it should bring up some text describing the issue with the building. I already knew what this meant. I've seen this several times before, especially in my first few cities. But like I said, the first step, pause the simulation and disable autosave. You disable autosave because you don't want the game to autosave at this point and overwrite your previous autosave, which might buy you 10 to 30 minutes of time to go back to where the problem was less severe or maybe didn't exist at all. The next step is to determine if you have a recent save file or autosave you can go back to. If so, you'll have to decide if losing the work you just did over that time frame is worth either finding the problem earlier or loading a city without the problem at all. If you go back to a save file without the problem, it may be worth saving the current city with the problem in a separate save spot, or troubleshooting the issue at this point, knowing you can go back to a good save to learn what caused the problem so you don't repeat it in the good save, if that makes sense. Now on to step 2. With the game still paused, troubleshoot the problem. Determine where the water pollution is using the pollution info view, not the water info view. And the pollution info view should show water pollution as 0%. Not 1%, not 10%, 0%. Of course, it's your city. Run it higher than 0 if you want, at your own peril. Polluted water is caused by just a few things. A water pump sucking in dirty water. Either it's too close to a sewage outlet, or you reverse the water current by placing too many pumps. Or on occasion, a water pump is too close to a land polluting building on the coastline. Water towers placed on polluted land. Most often, industrial expansion that enveloped the area where a water tower existed. Now, once you've determined what is causing the water pollution, destroy, remove the offending asset. If you reverse the flow of the body of water, reduce the number of pumps and place water towers. Also destroy any water tanks from the Natural Disasters DLC, as this can store polluted water and drive you crazy once you fix the source of the water pollution, but still have polluted water from the water asset. Remember, the game is still paused. Now on to step 3. Check your health facilities and the capacity. Not only do we want to collect the recently deceased, but we want to prevent additional deaths. Water sickness can be treated by hospitals and clinics, so checking the health info view will give you an idea of our ability to do that. We want to spam clinics so that we have more hospital beds than sick people. I recommend clinics since they're cheap and you can spread them out all over the place, expediting the collection. Now on to step 4, death care. Spam down cemeteries. We need to collect the recently deceased before they make buildings go abandoned and affect surrounding buildings, causing a negative feedback loop of doom. I recommend cemeteries because they're also cheap and have a higher number of vehicles. A word of caution, it's very important and often overlooked. With both steps 3 and 4, be mindful of where you place the clinics and cemeteries, as they are services that will level up buildings. These are temporary, so place these far away from buildings that aren't max level or near buildings that are already max level, because when you remove these assets, you don't want a bunch of land value issues and abandonment caused by this temporary service boost. Now on to step 5, unpause the game and let the ambulance pick up the sick and the hearses pick up the bodies. At this point, the source of pollution should have been addressed, so the pollution info view for water should drop down to 0%. If it doesn't, after a few minutes of running, pause and troubleshoot again. Check for water storage tanks that need to be destroyed. Along with the pollution info view, monitor the health info view and ensure you have enough beds for the number of sick. Destroy the clinics as their number of patients drops to 0. As the death icons disappear, you can start emptying and destroying the extra cemeteries until you've gotten your city back to about where it was. Well, that's it. I hope this gets you through a really tough situation. Remember, the steps are: 1. Pause the game, disable autosave, determine how far back in time you want to go. 2. Troubleshoot the pollution, use the pollution info view, not water info view. 3. Fix the pollution issue and destroy water storage tanks. 4. Place clinics and cemeteries to collect the sick and dead, but do it so that buildings don't level up. 5. Unpause, monitor pollution, and health overview. Water pollution equals 0, enough beds for the sick. 6. Remove the extra clinics, cemeteries, place your water storage tanks back, and re-enable autosave. 7. Go back to building your cities. Thanks for watching. Good luck getting through this tough situation, and happy building.